Good morning, Border Town. I'm Gavin Masters, and oh, look at this. We have a guaranteed Volcanon. I heard about this yesterday, but I'm still excited just the same. I'm going to pull for this because I clearly have enough, but I'm not going to do that now because that's not why you're here, and that's not why I'm here. Why I'm here is checking the notes quickly. Look at that. I made some changes, and I'm pretty proud of these. I changed Rotos yesterday, but I wasn't happy with the fact that I had to drop some attack. So what I did this time is I scoured my account. I found the best stuff I could. I have dropped the cruelty stuff, but I did manage to balance his stats so that he's back at the attack he used to be at. He's actually a little higher than the attack he used to be at. Plus, he's still at a fast speed. So he's at 230. I redid Duchess. She is up here, I believe. Yep, there she is. So I got her in stone skin. 4 pieces of stone skin. So I can finally test her out in stone skin, but she's still got the benefit of the regen. Plus, again, I endeavored to make sure her stats were close to the same. So she's actually even faster than she was. And she's got about the same HP. Her defense is diminished a little, but you know what? There's so many champions out there that ignore defense anyway. Who cares? So quickly checking my notes. Lydia, then Sun Wukong. Okay. So Lydia was a small change. This is not really a big deal. I just got a bit more accuracy on her. It's a minor tweak, but I've never shown the stats before, so here's where we're at with Lydia right now. She's actually a little bit more frail, which is cool because she's in my hard dragon comp, and now she dies really quickly, which is good because it just gets her out of the way so my 2 other champs can solo the dragon. Or I guess 2-man when there's 2 of them. Duo. It's called a duo, Gavin. And last but not least, Sun Wukong. I heeded the advice about the speed, but I couldn't really find a way to do everything. So what I did is I did the reaction thing that I said I wanted to do yesterday. So in case we're up against a Foley or anybody with block revive for that matter, we now have still decent stats. I mean, he hits super duper hard. He's still super accurate. His speed is kind of meh, but you know, I had to sacrifice something. But he's got 2 pieces of reaction. I even could have done a third, but it wouldn't have been a reaction. Um, it wouldn't have been an accuracy reaction piece. It would have been attack. So he'd be hitting even harder, but I'd be losing accuracy. So that's possible. But I figure I'll take the 50% chance since there's always going to be some RNG anyway. I'd rather have the accuracy. So let's get into it. Hey, look at that. I even got an opponent right away. Chispino. The little Nino thing. I forget what this symbol's called. You know, the little Spanish swiggle. So, I said I wanted to try Duchess. Say, there she is. And I definitely want to try Rotos as well. And Sun Wukong. And you know what? I'd like to remember to bring Lydia. So they've got Warlord. Let's go ahead and bring these 2. Since they're always reasonably good against Warlord. I'll probably still ban the Warlord because I do not want to deal with the Warlord. We'll take Rotos and you know, for the heck of it, we could take the Lydia to try to counter the double revive mechanic, or I could go Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong is a good second counter to Leo. My thinking is Chispino is probably going to ban Rotos. otherwise. This gives me 2 counters to Leorius anyway. Let's see who the last champion is. And this is a team I don't often use this team altogether. So these bombs could be bad news. But let's ban the Warlord. Or do I want to see how we fare against a Warlord? We're running out of time. I could ban the Bomber. And I could see how we fare against the Warlord. So I lose Mithrala. I'll take... Maybe I'll take the speed so that we're not so pathetic. I could also take the attack. Just so we're hitting like a truck. You know what? I'm going to take the attack. We probably don't need it, come to think of it. Looking at this team, I probably should have just gone with Sun Wukong's speed, but it's too late now. Anyway, even if we lose, at least we'll get to see a little bit of something. So there's that stone skin. Of course, she's the only one that's got any. So there go the cooldowns. I also totally should have brought Ultimate Death Knight, so I don't have to deal with all the sleeps coming from Siphi. I don't love how low Leorius has got either. So let's dump on her. Oh, not even. This is not my fight. This is not my fight, people. So I gotta remember, when you see Siphi, you take Ultimate Death Knight if you can. I think we're rapidly approaching the point where just about any time Duchess might get a turn, she's going to be put to sleep by the Siphi. That annoying sleep. So annoying. Alright, let's target the Siphi. Maybe I gotta rebuild Kandrifon. Now I'm not happy with his attack. So he's in Swift Parry, which does serve me well because he very frequently would get knocked out without it. Anyway, good game, Chispino 93. I didn't have good team cohesion there, so let's not be so crazy about trying to take all the new champions, all the new regears, and just focus on a team that's going to work. And one of the new champions. So, since we got some time, how are you all doing? You know, like, what's up? What's new? What's happening in your lives? Anything good? No news is good news too. You know, if you're just like, yeah, I'm doing good, Gavin. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, dog. I'm doing pretty good. My microwave conked out, so I had to dash out and buy a new one, and I like the new one. I made breakfast with it this morning. It was wonderful. So, also, who's going for the new, or it's not new, but who's going to pull for Volcannon? Who's got the shards for it? I save like Scrooge, so I'm going to go for it. I already said this earlier, but I'm wondering who else is going to go for him. Who thinks he's worth 100 Void Shards? Oh, and I have a second reason. Because I'd really like to pull for Lady Mikage. And I'm still missing two of the rares. I believe it's Amarantine Skeleton and Centurion. So if I could get just each of those two rares, then I'm finally good to get Lady Mikage. All right, I'll bring these two. I think that's what I want. I did not rebuild Helicath. I kept talking about it, but in the end I decided A, couldn't find the right gear for it, but B, I am pretty happy with the way he is now. So maybe I'll take these two. We'll call this a team. I think it should be pretty good. So this is Jack Hardcore. Sounds pretty dirty. So I want to get rid of the Kymar, I think. There's actually a lot of strips here. It'd be kind of irritating. I'll get rid of the Kymar. Last thing I need to do is deal with resets for days. I'll take the Defense Aura. And I'll see how well our support sustains us. Right now, that Candrafon may be his only source of damage. Monkey King may be another source of damage on this team. So Staff of Wonder does not have enough accuracy to get through Ultimate Death Knight. But apparently this guy does. That's irritating. Let's just hit Arby. So I gotta cleanse away these block buffs so I can get the block damage. And that's good. That's another thing I talked about, maybe speeding up Mithrala. But if I'd done that, she wouldn't tune very well with this team. And I think this is my favorite combo for her. So we're losing the block damage already, but that's actually okay. And I appreciate that this works out. He removes the block damage, so we get the increased defense immediately before it's stripped away by Sun Wukong again. The Veils, are these going to help? They might. I'll put the Veil up on UDK. Now, while I may not have that much in the way of debuffs or strips, he doesn't have a cleanser. So that's an advantage that I can use. Let's, who do I take down first? Maybe him. So next, we'll take out Uko. Now that her revives are on cooldown. Maybe this isn't the best time to attack with Duchess, though, so maybe she can just work on him again. We'll get this out. Things are looking pretty good. Um, keep focusing on Uko when I can. Maybe I'll just dump this on everybody now. Swift parry. Bane of my existence. And down she goes. Now all we gotta do is kill Sun Wukong. Yeah, sorry buddy, there's no way you're getting through my UDK. No way. So, good game, Jack Hardcore. Oh, and it's Jack Hardcore again. Back for revenge already, I see. Well, I'm gonna take Sun Wukong because I know you want him. So he's probably still going to go for the strip heavy team. Maybe this time I'll bring in this dude. Why am I blanking on his name? Hegemon. Um, first, I think I still want my. I think I still want my Ultimate Death Knight. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'll bring in. And I'll bring in these two. They were super good last time. There's really no reason not to bring them. I'll bring them. I suppose another idea is I could go for the bombs. Okay, so if he leaves in Sun Wukong, we can actually test and see if we get that lucky 50% against his big nuke. Also, I think I just want to bring these two again. If the only stripper on the entire team is him, Kymar, I'll remove him. I was bringing a second block reviver. Cool. Okay, get rid of Kymar so we don't have to deal strips this time. Oh no, we're losing Helicath. I think we can still deal. Maybe. Okay. So let's take the defense aura. Got a bad feeling about this. So they do that increase. Try to break through that stone skin. It doesn't break. Sealed fate. Oh, and we didn't get the lucky 50%. So I suppose if we can get through Arbiter, it's possible to win. My people don't hit particularly hard, but I'm expecting this team to be pretty squishy. So I'll give it a shot. I might resign in, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes if I find I'm having too much trouble getting headway. And these guys, I mean, they might die pretty quickly. Ultimate Death Knight has Life Harvest, so every time somebody goes down, they're coming back up weaker. Looks like they're going to be able to wear down my Duchess, though. We can try to keep her standing. Or we could try to attack. I don't know, let's do this. I suppose it would have been nice to have a second source of damage. Yeah, let's get this up. Oh no. Well, this is a bad sign. I think I'm ready to admit defeat here. So, good game, Jack Hardcore. Let's see if he comes back for a third round. If he does, I'm using bombs. It's the D&D double. Death and Decay. Yeah, I'll start with Sun Wukong. Maybe I'll start with Sun Wukong in every fight until we see that reaction kick in. It should kick in one of these times. Okay. I want Duchess, and I think I want Pythion at this point. I just don't see an easy way through that. Tons of polymorph, so I won't bother trying to use bombs. Maybe I want Rhodos. And what completes this? I mean, I could bring a bomber. I could bring somebody who just, you know what? Candrafon. Candy never disappoints. I'm going to bring Candy. That's what I'm going to do. And I will get rid of... I'll get rid of this guy. Don't want any of my revives getting blocked. So, am I going to need more resist? Possibly. I don't know. We're dealing with Mithrala. It may not be possible to resist all of her stuff. So we could go with the Spade. Maybe that's what I should do. Let's take the Speed. This is going to be a game of how quickly can I get through their defenses. Ultimate Death Knight puts out heals. And Mithrala puts out the strengthen and the increased defense. We are going to more or less have to go through him first. Although before that, I mean, look at this. It's going to take forever. So I'll start with this. Oh, wow. That is a big chunk of health. That is a big chunk out of the shield. I like that. Do I go for the buffs first? Yeah, maybe. Maybe maybe I'll just apply more buffs to him. And we're hexed. Wow, that's some good synergy there. So let's, still got to go through the UDK. That is super annoying. Well, let's try the A1. And let's get our friends back up. I think that's the only nuke, is the one that came from him. That doesn't hit super hard. I don't love the fears. So we still got to survive long enough to get through this stone skin. Keep hitting it. I'm reminded of that biblical expression, beware the devil's wrath, for he knows his time is short. And his time is short. It's gonna run out. I wish I had more buffs to attack with this. But let's see how hard it hits. Not hard at all, not under strengthen. We're gonna need more than that. And there's that swift parry. Saving our butt again. Do I want to get Rotos up now? Yes, I do. Let's hide everybody behind a veil. Let's start attacking him. Weak hit. Of course it's a weak hit. I really want to take out Ragash as quickly as possible. I take out Ragash, we win. Obviously, gotta get rid of UDK. Come on, please. Not a weak hit. Well, A1. No choice. There, now he's not looking too healthy. I feel like that AoE is coming. So maybe I'll hold off on the revive. Till Ragash uses his next AoE. So come on, Ragash. Let's see it. Or are you just going to use your A1? Just going to use the A1 for now. Makes sense. So let's get everybody up. Hidden behind a veil. Keep beating on UDK. Here it comes. Alright, so let's get them up again. know what this team needs? My enemy team? They need Life Harvest. That would totally make this work. Because they're doing a pretty good job keeping me on the ropes. Wow, we've been in here 6 minutes. This team is very annoying, isn't it? Oh. Well, at least we're out of this fight. Wow, that was a really good team. And my hat's off to you, Devil. Maybe if Rhodos was fully booked, that would have been a different story. Who knows? I've got about 4 books sitting in the tavern right now. So, pogo stick. I'm going to bring my monkey on a pogo stick. What are you going to bring? Two revivers. So I kind of want to bring Fenax. I'll start with her. You know what? Maybe I'll bring Rhodos. Rhodos can count as a block reviver if the fight goes on long enough. And what? You know what? I see Siphi, I kind of think I want UDK. I'll go with these. Oh no, Marichka. Okay. I'll bring I don't know. This already seems kind of hopeless. I'll bring Fenax and what? Maybe Arbiter? I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to ban who am I gonna ban? Candy? I'm gonna ban Candy. And I'm gonna take Arbiter. think we're probably going to lose. I don't, I'm not 100% certain on this team cohesion. I absolutely hate Marichka. Just completely derails everything. So I'll start with Vitality Plunder, which does nothing. There goes Arbiter. We can try to strip this myriad of buffs. Um, hmm. Well, it doesn't look good, folks. Man, those triple revive teams. But that was a hell of a nuker. So, how about that local sports team? Hey, come on, Plarian, what the hell is this? Just suddenly you can't find an opponent? There's, I mean, the other day I said there's millions of us, but I suppose given my rank is usually somewhere around 2,000, um, and it can fluctuate. I've been as high as 1,200 and as low as maybe 2,200 recently. So that's a good span of 1,000. That implies that there are at least 1,000 other people in 4 different time slots. So that might run it down to 250 people. So maybe at that point it's possible. The other 248 are engaged in a fight, or 249. Let's say it turns out to be an odd number, because if it's an even number, I'd have my opponent, right? But just pair me with who you can. You can't find somebody at my level? Screw it. Pair me with Big Papa. Pair me with Ash. Pair me with some poor schlub from like the lower levels. Um. Okay, I'm gonna start with Mithrala. We're fighting Kuray. Does that name look familiar? I can't tell. There's so many interesting names. So we're dealing with the Wukong. Okay. So give me Rotos. Give me Ultimate Death Knight. Ah, Hefrak. Hefrak and Sun Wukong is such a good pairing. I love this pairing so much. I'm not even mad when I see it, because if I screw up, I'm dead. But I'll probably want to ban one or the other of them. I want to ban that Warlord, though. Jesus Murphy. Let's get Helikath up, and let's do this. I just want him to ban Hegemon. Heffrak's probably in Stone Skin anyway. I think I'm going to ban the Warlord anyway. Interesting. Okay, well, give me the defense. Kure might actually be daring me to nuke somebody out of the gate, because then Heffrak might be able to get off a big nuke immediately. That'd be a fun thing to see. So let's see if we can lock out these two. Oh, there's the Heffrak nuke we were talking about. I was really hoping to get that block damage up on Helikath. I don't want to take that big nuke. Let's just go for this one now. All right, Kure, do it. Just do it. Do it! What's the holdup? Don't know why I did. Oh, yeah, the second hit is redirected against UDK. Interesting. I'd forgotten about that. Sun Wukong probably still has his big strip. I don't think he's even had a chance to go yet. So we're probably about to see that. If Glace's block buffs back up. Yeah, this is not going well. Good game, Kure. This is just not my day. So 67 picks first. He's going with Arbiter. I'll go with Sun Wukong, so I don't have to deal with him, and Mithrala, so I don't have to deal with her. I'm back to that point where I'm just picking champions that I don't want to have to face. So we're getting a speed meta. That kind of implies I should be going for my Helikath paradigm. So I'll commit to it. And maybe I'll just take Hegemon as my final pick. Someone in the comments said that about Hegemon. Just make him the final pick. I'll bring him into the final pick. I think pretty much no matter what, we got to get rid of her. This might actually work out. It might. It's still early on. Another idea is bombs. Bombs would probably have worked against this team as well. Lysandra can bat those bombs back, which that's always amusing when you are Lysandra. It's kind of annoying when you're not. This way, I don't really have that much in the way of debuffs to worry about her batting back. So, job one, let's try not to get CC'd by this team, because there is a lot of crowd control here. There's the speed control from Lysandra, and to some extent Arbiter. And there are the fears galore from the Batty Bat. What's his name, Mashald? Mashaled? Not sure if it's Mashaled or Mashald. I think conventionally we call him Mashald. Anyway, I think we're in pretty good standing at this point. We might actually win a fight today. Alright, let's cleanse that stuff off. And... game. So, good game 67. I'm Theta 67. I don't know. I didn't quite catch the name. Alright, Kerberos. I'm taking Sun Wukong. What are you doing? Warlord, of course. If you have Warlord, you take Warlord, right? I'll take Mithrala. And now I want to make a decision. Am I going to do Helicath or am I going to do bombs? Or some third thing? It's hard to tell from here. All I can really tell is that he wants to go first. So... I'll go with Ramen 2. I can't wait to get my hands on a Lady Mikage. I get Lady Mikage, she's replacing Ramen 2 as my go-to big debuffer. You do lose something by not using Ramen 2, because of course he's got that shutdown of all passives, but Lady Mikage does so much. Plus, she'd be my first mythical. So I'm not even sure what's going on now. You have a defensive champion. We've got Xena, warrior princess. That's cool. Don't want to ban the Xena. I want to ban the Warlord. And I was thinking of going for bombs. What am I doing? I meant Helicath. Could still go for... Yeah. You get block debuffs from him. I'll go for this paradigm. That's my final answer, Regis. So... I want to get rid of Warlord. Rhonda is a good counter against Sun Wukong. I want to see if he can manage to resist getting knocked out by her her passive shutdown attack. It's another RNG thing. Maybe I'll take the speed at this point. No, I'll stick with defense. Of course, there are many players out there that say defense is not meta. If I use it, it becomes meta. It becomes my meta. Of course, if I don't win, it's not a very good meta. So I do appreciate that angle. So, nope. Didn't get the reaction again. That's too bad. This is as good a time as any to use this. Hex up. Xena doing her kind of lackluster thing. People have been complaining that Xena's lackluster. I just don't see her often. I don't think a lot of people bought that pass. Or if they did, they bought the pass and they just decided not to use the champion. Just use the A1. I really want to nuke out Arbiter as soon as I can. Are there debuffs I have to watch out for? Maybe. So I'm going to hold off on the cleanse for now. I might have Mythrali use it on the following turn just so she can be at least under strengthen if she's not under block damage. Also, there's a freeze, so now actually is a good time to use it. Okay, no more Arbiter. That kind of worked out for us. I want to take out her next. Just make sure she's gone. Let's get more buffs up. We get a Hex up. He could probably put up block debuffs, but he hasn't for some reason. Anyway, good game, Kerberos. We got 2 fights left. Rallying. Looks like our enemies are rallying. I'll take Sun Wukong. The most bannable champion in all of Raid Shadow Legends. Actually, that's probably Marichka. I say this having not banned her in this session, but I probably should have. I don't know. So I see this. I know he wants to go first. So we get ready to go second. I'm just not sure. Do I want bombs or do I want Helicath? I want resistance. So I think that's my answer. I definitely want bombs now. There's no cleanser. So I can take 2 bombers. And I like our odds. I'll take the 2 bombers. We'll wait and see what Rallian puts here. If it's a cleanser, we take out the cleanser. If it's not, I take out Kymar. Oh, it's Helicath. Helicath can be as much of a problem. It's a good call, because I can kind of discombobulate stuff using Mithrala, but I don't know, maybe that's not a great bet. So I'll eliminate him on a whim. Then I want accuracy. I'm not expecting this team to be particularly resistant, even. So we could go with speed so we don't get lapped. It's always the most interesting part of the fight for me. That initial, okay, who do I ban? Who's getting banned? What aura do I want? What's gonna happen? And I think I've proved in this session that I don't know what's gonna happen. So I can get bombs up. I'm gonna. We're already looking pretty good. Let's get some more up. She tries to stop me, but I got stone skin. I think you're all dead. Unless everybody's got Swift Parry. Oh, look at that. Swift Parry. Let's make sure she doesn't have Swift Parry. And get rid of Trunda. Good game rallying. Let's go in for the final fight. And then let's call it a day. Since there's a little more time on the timer, we can air my grievances again. These aren't grievances. These are more like requests. Plarium. I mean, I think they said January is when they're gonna do the polymorph nerf. So okay, we'll wait. We can wait for January. We can wait. Um. All right. I want. Since this is our last fight, maybe I'll take a strong support team and a couple of nukers, including Rhodos. I might even do Rhodos and Fenax. Who's the final person though? Come to think of it, let's reserve Ultimate Death Knight, just so they can't have him. So I can just ban Warlord. Anytime now, buddy. Oh, he's got 37 seconds. So I probably want Fenax. Probably. I might want Helicath. I guess we'll see. I think I want Helicath. So I'll ban the Warlord. I lose Duchess. That is manageable. Do I want resistance? This team doesn't look particularly tough, so I'm not gonna bother trying to get up the defense. I'm gonna use the resistance. So come on, Rhodos. Just try to stay in the fight long enough to do some. Yikes. So this is the fight where almost nothing went right. Alright, let's put up the block damage before we die. We do not have a lot of time here. We are so close to just being murdered. Oh, he survived. Interesting. Uh, I mean, does he even stay alive if he cleanses? What would the AI do? The AI would revive. You know what, AI? I agree with you. Let's get actually this could help him stay alive. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should have just attacked. So that unbeatable Wukong is going to be back. He's going to be back. Wow, look at that damage. And I don't even have an increased defense debuff up, or an increased defense buff. So, good game. You almost had me. So let's see. 5-5 again, eh? I'll take it. How are we looking on the leaderboards? 1920. What was I yesterday? Like 1922? Going up in the worlds. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. So, thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Take care.